Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. You know it's cold out there, which is why we do this every year. Team up with the Washington State Council of Firefighters. There are kids that need new coats, and when it is cold, man, that is not the time you want to be hunting for a coat. You already want to have one. So we want to put 1,000 new coats on kids that are in need this holiday. This is right now, actually. Beyond that, $34. That's all it takes to put a brand new American-made coat on a kid that needs one. Just $34. If you can't do the full $34, any donation can help. Please, man, we're very, very close to our goal, putting 1,000 new coats on kids that need them. You want all the information? You want to donate? Just go to KISW.com.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah.
So everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs. It's time to turn down for Thursday.
Turn down for what?
Yeah, turn down for that Friday Junior. Yeah. Oh, yeah, buddy.
I love that version of that song. Mm-hmm. And if you go online, you can find probably like 30 different metal versions of this song.
Really?
It's so insane.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Sometimes it's like, I like to do that just for obviously that dude Leo is, I think, the best at turning pop songs into metal songs.
I agree, absolutely.
But I do enjoy, if there's a pop song out there, I'm like, I wonder if it's been done in a rock version.
Yeah.
And more often than not, it has.
Yeah, of course.
It's so funny. The internet's an awesome thing sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, especially with the YouTube rabbit hole. You can just go down those and find all those crazy different versions of all the fun things that you loved. You just love. Yeah. Yeah. Yay. Thanks. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Jeff in Puyallup. Jeff, are you there, sir?
Yeah, hi, dudes. How are you?
What's up, Jeffy? What's he playing for today, Steve?
Tickets to the PBR Tacoma Invitational. That's happening over at the Tacoma Dome on Saturday, March 30th. Go to KISW.com for all the details. You want tickets? Get them now. Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Jeff will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Jeff, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What singular letter is the chemical symbol for the element potassium?
P.
No.
B.
No.
N.
No. Which gland in the human body regulates metabolism?
Pituitary gland.
No.
Wow, pass.
What gas filled the Hindenburg airship?
Hydrogen. Nitrogen.
Hydrogen, yes. Which cartoon character has a girlfriend named Petunia?
Porky Pig.
Yes. What holiday do Americans celebrate on the 3rd Monday in January?
Martin Luther King.
Yes. Guy Ritchie directed the movie Lock, Stock, and Two what?
Smoking Guns.
No.
Barrel.
Yes. In which country is the musical and film Mamma Mia set?
Italy.
No.
Greece.
Yes. Finish the title of the Bond movie, Live and Let What?
Die.
Yes. Die. Which reality show starred Paris Hilton and coined the phrase, "That's hot"?
Simple Life.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct.
I feel like we asked that question a lot.
That one?
Yeah.
Well, I use variations of it, and the question isn't always the same, but sometimes the answers are.
Yeah, can we go anywhere besides that little? I hate that.
Actually, I was asked that one a couple of years ago.
Okay, you don't need to help out with this.
Good job, Jeff.
Don't worry about the
don't worry
questions
about
that may or may not have been used previously.
Not like there aren't any other movies or TV shows we could visit. No, let's just go back to the old ones that nobody cares about.
Titanic. No, not Titanic.
He said nobody cares about it.
That's true.
Danny's in the room, Steve.
Yeah.
He's not listening.
Are you ready?
Yes.
What singular letter is the chemical symbol for the element potassium?
P.
No.
K.
Yes. Which gland in the
Are you
human body
serious?
regulates metabolism?
What?
What gland in the human body regulates
Pituitary.
No.
Liver.
No. The liver gland.
Yeah, that's a gland.
Lungs.
No.
those are
I only
glands,
know
too.
the pituitary.
What gas
I don't
filled
even know
the
if that's the right word.
What gas filled the Hindenburg airship?
Helium.
No.
Methane.
No. Ooh.
Oxygen.
No. Which cartoon character has a girlfriend named Petunia?
Pituitary.
No.
Porky Pig.
Yes. What holiday do Americans celebrate on the third Monday in January?
Oh, it's coming up. Martin Luther King Day.
Yes.
Junior Day.
Guy Ritchie directed the movie Lock, Stock, and Two what?
Smoking Barrels.
Yes. Which country is the musical and film Mamma Mia set?
Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia. Greece?
Yes. Finish the title of the Bond movie, Live and Let What? Die. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You lose. 7 to 6. Good job, Jeff.
Stupid pituitary.
Thank you.
You hang on the line. We'll tell you how to get your prize. And meanwhile, I get this.
Yeah. First one. Oh, is this the first one of the new year? Oh, no, you lost before. You already lost. Oh, yeah. You sure? I thought so. Yeah,
He's
because
lost?
He got a deuce when the other guy got a 4.
Oh, wow. I don't remember that. But all right. This is the second one of the year then.
So what was the show that you guys were talking about?
The question you didn't get to was the next one. Which reality show starred Paris Hilton and coined the phrase "that's hot"?
Oh, yeah, he has asked that question. So what is it, the two bitches that are rich?
That's the name of the show. Yes.
There it is.
Simple Life.
There you go.
That's hot.
You would have figured it out there.
That's hot.
The
Why do
Hindenburg.
you still bring that question up? What is your obsession with that show?
Because I figured that people had forgotten about it, and yet every time I guess they remember it. So
Yeah,
Would
there's
you
not-
want people to forget about it?
Yeah.
no, because I think it's kind of silly.
There's not much to. There's really not a lot of TV or movies. You got to give them a break.
it's true.
There's only a couple shows.
Or maybe you just forgot the right question. So we just grabbed that.
Maybe I'll just retire the Simple
I
Life.
hope so. Like, who gives a flying fish?
The gas that filled the Hindenburg airship.
Oh,
Sorry. Actually, Jeff got that one correct. It's hydrogen.
Yeah,
Not methane. Ugh.
Yeah, methane's good.
And the one that they both missed, the gland in the human body that regulates metabolism.
Hey Mo, I need to eat this because I got an overactive thyroid.
Yes, the thyroid. Oh.
Learned that in the Three Stooges way back in the day.
Jeez, wow. Really?
Yeah, exactly. Curly had an overactive thyroid.
Wow. Well,
that was part of a story in the show?
Yeah, well, that's what they kept saying. That was his excuse for why he was eating so much. It's like, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? Oh, I have an overactive thyroid. Or I got a tapeworm, and that's good enough for him.
oh, geez.
Yeah.
Tapeworm, great.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Jeff on beating Steve.
Yeah, and that's all you got to do, man. Tie or beat Steve, you get the prize. Simple as that. Meanwhile, we got a man in Louisiana who's been arrested. Okay, this is the story of the day. This is the story of the day. A Louisiana man, he has been arrested after eating his ex-girlfriend's fish and then sending her a picture of his own feces captioned, "Found your fish."
That's terrible, but... What?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Ex-girlfriend. That's why.
You think...
Yeah, and probably being a little drunk.
Man, that's next level.
That is next level. It happened back in October of 2016. 18-year-old Maxwell was accused of eating the fish while staying in his ex's dorm room at Louisiana State University. Police issued a criminal summons, but Maxwell failed to appear. He wasn't arrested until Tuesday. The victim says,
Where the hell has he been for the last year and a half?
well, you know what, man? I mean, he's apparently fishing. On fishing.
You're telling me this is not a high priority for the police?
No, not really.
Yeah, it sounds like right.
The victim says she let Maxwell and two friends stay in her room after a football game, and he told her to, quote, check your fish tank as he left. Again, this is an ex, and this is why you got to cut all ties with exes, man. Once you say you're dumped, don't try to be nice, because, someone's not going to be happy, and they'll tell you to check your fish tank. Fish was missing, and then she got a text from him with the toilet picture.
Wow.
Saying, I found your fish. Yeah, he confessed to eating the fish, but he did not confess to sending the photo, which, again, if she's got a photo of this, yeah, I mean,
That's
was
not
that a
him.
picture of the guy?
No, I don't know what the hell you're pulling up, but this is the picture of him.
Oh, found him.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Wrong one.
He does look like he's the kind of guy that would do that. He's got a real vacant sort of like, I'm going to be a serial killer look on his face.
It's his mugshot. He was arrested for eating a fish and pooping it.
I don't know, man. This guy looks like Dexter.
I think it doesn't help that he's got the red eye thing going on in the photo, so he looks just satanic.
Yeah, he does. He's going to be wrapping people up in and saran wrap and
It's really escalated rather quickly.
Oh, he is, buddy. Keep my eye on that guy.
I wonder what happened in the relationship for it to end, for him to think that this was a good idea, because this is kind of it's awfully psycho.
Yeah, it is. How
You
about
think she cheated on him?
Ooh, that is a good. Well, she just might have dumped him.
Okay.
Yeah.
If she just dumped him, this is a little over the line.
Yeah, but some guys get mad. But you're right. Maybe she did. I mean, it's college. I mean, they're 18 years old. I tell everybody when
Good
you're
thing
that
she didn't
age.
have a pet cat and it was just a pet fish.
Oh,
that would have been really weird.
That would have been tough for him to try to do that.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude, he faces charges of cruelty to animals.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, look, I remember doing the old goldfish swallowing in school. That's cruelty to animals,
Well,
really?
think about it. Yeah. It's her pet.
That was I'm just saying in general. I mean, I don't know if it's because of her pet. I think you could probably charge anybody with that, right? If they swallow a fish.
I don't know.
Maybe because it is a pet. Maybe you're right.
I mean, it depends. You're not going to get charged for cruelty to animals if you eat a steak at a steakhouse.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be easier that you swallow it than if you got the damn thing when you get it.
It's
right?
still cruel. You just ate the fish and pooped it out. That's rather cruel, BJ.
I mean, you're letting it die via your stomach acids.
Yeah.
Like, it's just throwing one in lava.
Well, here's what I'm saying. I think it's horrible what he did.
Yeah.
My point is that if you see how we catch fish normally, that's not a pleasant experience either. I mean,
No, I understand.
So why is it a crime? Why is it cruelty to animals? I think it should be a crime that he stole and destroyed her pet. I think that's a crime.
Because it was cruel to the animal. That is the fish.
Yeah, it's literally an animal.
I know,
that
but
he was cruel to.
So swallowing a fish whole, and we have sushi and we do everything. That's what I'm saying. I think it's crueler the way we do fish normally. You know how you catch them, you gut them, you put them.
I'm tapping out.
You don't think?
I'm just tapping out.
You think
This is one of those BJ weird way of thinking arguments that I just
you don't want to be
I just can't go back and forth because we're not going to be able to convince the other person otherwise. You're nuts.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm awesome, and I understand that we can't have this conversation.
But you are awesome and I am nuts.
Yes.
So, all right, we're going to agree on that at
Yes.
least. Okay, I'm supposed to end the conversation agreeing on that.
Yes, we can agree to
I would
disagree
like to
on
have
everything else.
Can I have a circular argument about how you're not awesome and I am not nuts? Can we at least have that argument?
No, that's
wrong. I should have that closed. That's a whole different debate that should be talked about.
I understand how your brain is working on this and your logic behind why you think it's this way, but at the end of the day, that's someone's pet, and he just ate it, swallowed it, pooped it out, and told her about it. It's rather cruel.
By the way, just the fact that you ended that with you're nuts and you're awesome and I'm nuts. That feels like that's the way that the president walked out of that meeting. I'm not going to talk politics, but I just love the way he left the meeting. He's like, you know what? This is a waste of time. Bye bye. Which is basically saying, you know what? You're nuts. I'm awesome. I'm out.
Well, that should end it with a one-word period thing. So it'll be like, yeah, you're nuts. I'm awesome. Sad.
Yeah, I have to say, the president, man, he's like, that's the way we all like to end conversations. You don't expect people in politics to do that.
I don't have time for this.
Yeah, he's just like, it's like he just rage tweeted and left. I think it's like, man, you know what? If anything, we're seeing a whole new way to do politics, whether you like it or not. This is how we all do it. I still would like to debate whether or not I'm nuts or not, or you're awesome. I think that, you know what?
You're nuts.
Whatever, Danny.
Well, you said you wanted to debate it. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, that's not a debate, okay? All right, fine.
We can debate me being awesome. I understand that.
I don't think
but there's no debate behind you being nuts. You're just nuts.
I'm done with this. That's a circular argument, so I'm going to end this by saying bye-bye, period. BuzzFeed, they did us a favor. They put together a list of some of the biggest cliches in American movies and TV shows, which confuse people from other parts of the world. I love this kind of stuff because, we're America. We just think everything we do is the way everybody should do it. I mean, that's what I think.
It makes me think of the one time I was at a hockey tournament in Canada, and we're just all wasted. And I go, so do you guys just call it bacon? And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, Canadian bacon. Do you guys just call that bacon? And then my group of Canadian friends just look at me and they're like, no, we just call it ham.
That's because that's what it is.
I'm like, well, why do we call it Canadian bacon? And they're like, we don't know. We don't call that bacon. You guys are weird.
They're nice to say we don't know when they should just say, because you're stupid. Because you're absolutely right. Just like,
but why do we call it Canadian bacon?
I have no idea, because it's just freaking ham.
Right.
I don't know why, because
no one in Canada is owning it.
Bacon is a particularly, it's prepared and served in such a unique way that Canadian bacon is nowhere near that, because it's just freaking ham.
Right, because I was like, well, what's bacon then to you guys? And they're like, bacon.
Are you sure, Danny? Are you sure you want to go with he's awesome, or shall we change the conversation here? Because
I just said you were nuts. I didn't weigh in on the Steve is awesome.
That is true.
But he is awesome.
So apparently, Canadian bacon, which is not called obviously in Canada, it's back bacon. So it's leaner pieces of the pig from the back, where most bacon comes from the belly.
I think I've heard them call it back bacon before, or somebody. I've heard people say back bacon.
So when someone says back bacon, they're essentially saying Canadian bacon, but
And it started with the British because before World War I, they were importing a lot more pork from Canada, but they needed to smoke it because they didn't have refrigerators. So that was that. They would refer to that piece as Canadian bacon or
so the Brits did this?
You guys have all these crazy answers, but I asked Canadians and they said they just call it ham.
Well, why did we revolt against that? I mean, why are we doing what the Brits told us to do? We're America. Let's come up with let's just say screw the Canadian bacon. It's pissing off Canada anyway. Why are we listening to the Brits? All right, we got to come up with a name for it, Steve. What should we do? What do you think?
Butt ham.
All right.
Wow.
I was going to say freedom ham.
Yeah.
Somehow, Steve, you made it less appealing.
Yeah.
You don't want butt ham on your pizza?
No, hard pass on that.
Are you guys, you sure want to be on the awesome train over here? Or do you think maybe Steve's a little nuts now? Come on. Butt ham.
I had Canadian bacon and pineapple pizza last night, and not calling it butt ham pizza.
No, you're done.
Yeah. So here's the number one thing that they think that other countries think, what the hell's wrong with you Americans?
Okay.
And that is us obsessively caring about Halloween.
Oh, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
And a lot of other parts of the world are like, why?
Well, because it's awesome. I don't really know why. I just have always loved it.
That's weird. I've always just assumed everybody likes to get dressed up on the 31st.
Yeah. And really, it's a Day of the Dead thing, right, Vicky? That's where it sort of comes from.
I thought Halloween was an English thing, but I'll check.
Day of the Dead is different than...
Yeah.
I thought we stole that from the Mexican tradition, because that's a day later, right? Or is it a day earlier?
No, it's in November 1st and 2nd, but it's not going to houses and get candy.
No, I understand that, but I mean the idea, look, we have bastardized so much.
It's All Hallows Eve.
Yeah. Oh, All Hallows Eve. That makes sense. So what does that even mean?
I don't know.
Wasn't it stolen from the pagans to take over it sort of thing?
I think it's from the backside of a pig. That's where it gets.
Oh, yeah.
It is All Hallows Eve, but I don't know if that was so much about death. I thought the whole death
It's about ghosts and scaring spirits away, because that's the only time that spirits can walk the
Are you
earth.
talking Day of the Dead?
No, or Halloween.
Oh, really?
Yeah, All Hallows Eve. It's the only time that the dead can come back to life.
I wonder if the English got that from the Spanish. I really do. Or I should say, or actually, is it more Mexican than Spanish? I don't know whether as far as Day of the Dead is.
So Halloween came from Ireland.
Ireland?
Yeah, so it originated with a Celtic festival of Samhain, and people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Look at the Irish. Well, we stole from the Irish. I don't mind that. There's a lot of cool Irish traditions.
Yeah, I just like it because of the color orange and ghosts.
Yeah.
And
how about this? Eating huge amounts of meatloaf. A lot of people don't understand.
What, other countries don't get that?
They don't get that.
Meatloaf's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it's a way to stretch meat, right? That's the idea.
I don't know. It just tastes good.
I mean, it feels like it's a sort of like a poorer times kind of food. That's why we love it now, but it was because we were trying to stretch beef because we just couldn't afford it.
It makes sense because you fill it with breadcrumbs, and usually breadcrumbs are made with day-old bread, so you're trying to use up everything you can.
What's the crap that they use for the sauce on meatloaf?
Ketchup. Tomato sauce?
Usually ketchup.
But it tastes different. It doesn't taste just like ketchup.
And brown sugar usually.
So good. Thank you, Rev. Yeah. I knew there was something more to it than just ketchup.
Mm-hmm. I thought my mom had the best recipe ever until I became a bachelor, decided I want to make meatloaf, and then I found the little packets at Safeway, and it was the exact same thing, and I was like, this is all she did? It kind of rocked my world.
It really is. And my mom was the same way. She was not a great cook. She was a packet lady.
Yeah.
A hamburger helper, all that stuff was like her staple. Rice-a-roni. I loved it all.
Me too. I hated meatloaf as a kid. I think just because of the name. It just sounded gross. But then as an adult, when I tried it, I'm like, this is the best.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Meatloaf is awesome.
Isn't it insane? And again, it's a filler food. It's poor food. is really what it started out to be.
Well, it wasn't cheap at the Met that one day. I had it for lunch.
Oh, really? The fancy end.
Yeah.
It was great, though.
Yeah, the Met, I'm sure their meatloaf is definitely
It's
a
next
step
level.
above. Yeah,
it's next
gotta
level
be.
good.
Yeah. How about ending some phone calls without saying bye?
Oh, I do that.
They don't understand that.
I don't like it when people do that. It just feels rude.
I'll be like talking a bit. Okay, cool, and then I just hang up the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are times where when I'm wasted, if someone calls me, I'm just done with the conversation. I just hang up on it and don't answer. Ted would always give me a hard time because sometimes he could tell I was fading on him.
Yeah.
And it's like, Steve, do not hang up the phone. I'm not done talking. And I already hung up the phone.
That's awesome.
It sends me a text like, I actually have something I need to talk to you about. Can you answer?
That is so funny. That is so funny. Ted should know that about you, though. I know that about you. You're not long.
Well, he's been there with me where there's times where I'm on the phone. I remember one time at like some festival show and we're talking and I just looked at the phone and I gave that look like, why am I even doing this? At the time it was like a flip phone. So I just closed it, put it in my pocket. I'm like, I'm done.
You and my wife have the ability to do that. I don't know how you guys can do that. I feel like, that's so rude.
Well, then they talked to me the next day. I'm like, I was wasted. I don't even remember talking to you.
My wife will do that when she's on the phone with any business or medical stuff or anything she doesn't like to. She'll throw the phone on the floor. And they'll be like, blah, 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 blah. And I go pick it up and go, yeah, hi, she's gone.
Or I'll just pull if it's something like that, I'll be like, I'm walking into a meeting now. I can't talk. I just hang up.
Now, here's something that's very, very interesting because we know what these boxes are supposed to do, and yet we still don't use them the right way. A lot of folks around the world don't understand why Americans eat out of Chinese takeout boxes. Especially when we found out these boxes can be turned into plates if you disassemble them the right way.
But has anyone ever turned one into a plate?
I never have, but I didn't know that's what they were supposed to be done. You think that's why they think we're weird? Because we're just too lazy to turn them into a plate like you're supposed to?
Or do they think we're weird that we're not going to unload whatever it is in that package and put it on an actual plate or in a bowl?
Why would you dirty a plate?
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Or I do find it like, I don't understand why people keep it in the fridge when it's not hermetically sealed. It's like, if I have leftovers, I put them in a bowl and seal them with either something on top of it so that I know they'll stay preserved longer.
Bro, if it's Chinese food, that thing's maybe going to last in my refrigerator one day. And then it's going to be done.
Yeah, but
I'm not worried about that.
If you don't put it in like a Tupperware or something, the entire fridge is going to smell like Chinese food for the rest of your life.
You gotta get the baking soda.
No, the baking soda can. I don't know if the baking soda can fight really aromatic Chinese food.
Yeah.
Or any kind of Asian cuisine. Because that Asian cuisine, man, can really take over your fridge. Bam. Also, having a big bowl of salad on the dinner table, it's mostly just lettuce. They don't understand why we're doing that. They don't understand why we go out for ice cream constantly. They don't get
delicious.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, how about before you question us, why don't you try it?
Well, they've got gelato in a lot of those countries, and still they don't go. And I would go out for gelato every day.
Oh, they would hate Seattle because sometimes in the middle of the winter, we're in line outside of Molly Moon's with other people that are just as insane as us because we want ice cream even though it's wintertime.
Yeah.
Europeans are weird. They don't put ice in anything. Like, you get water, there is no ice, and they look at you funny if you ask for ice. I got like 2 little cubes once when I asked for ice when I was in Europe. So, like, they don't drink soda with dinner. Like, and if you ask for soda, you look kind of trashy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's I'm not going to Europe then. They want to know why we drink out of red Solo cups at parties.
Because we have an awesome song about it.
Yeah. And plus you can play beer pong. I mean, that's the whole idea. Wow.
It's just an easy way to bring your drinks around.
That would really piss them off if they see those wine glasses that have the red Solo cup attached to
Those are great.
Yeah. Well, they don't. They also don't understand why we have a bag of frozen peas in the freezer, but never to eat, just to put on bruises.
That's just like a TV show thing, though, isn't it? I mean, I've never seen somebody actually do that.
Although when I didn't have an ice pack, I have used vegetables.
Yeah, I've used a frozen bag, but
I don't buy it specifically for that.
No,
before ice packs were readily available, that's exactly what we did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now you can get those ice packs, so I don't need them.
Did you ever do the steak on the face for like a black eye?
Oh,
like in movies?
That's so like in the movies,
right?
I did it once at the Met. They kicked me out. It was very no.
I did that once with the meatloaf.
Why would you put a big slab of steak on your face?
Because that's what they do on TV.
But straight out of the Sandlot. No, I agree. But like, would you cook it off?
Cook my face oils?
Yeah.
That seems a little gross, and I'm a gross individual, and that sounds gross. And it would feel weird just having meat on my face.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
It's not that weird. It's not that weird.
Yeah, that was a nice setup there, Steve. All right, it's time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Your calls, your texts at 917 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. Whatever it is you want to talk about, you get to do it. That's right. You guide this show. Listeners on the Loose brought to you by Car Toys. But do remember, when you are in charge of this fine program, Steve wants you to follow one rule.
It's the simple rule, BJ, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, you have to say adios.
Goodbye, old friend.
Just like that.
We got a text message at 77999, BJ. This is a good question. I'm curious what everyone's going to pick on this one.
All right.
They said, with the NHL coming to Seattle, I'm very pumped about that, like you, Migs. What song do you think our NHL team should come out to the ice on? So, like, the opening, because, like, with the New Jersey Devils, when I went to go see them, it's awesome because they play Hell's Bells.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the Devils. And so when you hear that big gong, it kind of gets you really pumped up for the team to come out.
Wow.
So you got to pick a song. What song do you think it should be that our future NHL franchise
should it be? I mean, I'm trying to think. All right, sockeye, steelheads. So anything like not like fish heads, really fish heads.
No!
Should be anything like that, right?
That would be that doesn't sound tough at all. Fish heads.
Oh,
I think you got to go. Here's my take.
Okay, what do you got? Let me see what
I'm
you got.
curious what you guys think. I think you got to give a nod to Seattle. Obviously, we're a music-rich city, music-rich area, not just Seattle, but you know what I mean. And you go with, I think if they came out to Alice in Chains, like Man in the Box, or this one's a little bit more, it's not as big of a song as far as popularity, and I think you got to go with a popular song. You want to have it be a familiar song that people can maybe sing along to or just get pumped up to. About the opening riff to Rusty Cage by, I don't know if you could grab that.
Yeah, please grab that.
By Soundgarden.
Yeah.
It's just the way it starts, like it kind of builds that little bit of a tension, and then it kicks in, and it's just a badass song.
Okay.
And then the other one, and I know this one is not a rock one, but this is the other, and it's also Northwest, but it's such a great pump you up song. It's almost like the modern day version of the Rocky theme, and that's the Can't Hold Us by Macklemore.
Oh, and I feel like that will probably reach across a lot of people.
I know.
Yeah, I
agree.
think so. I have to say that. I mean, rock is what we're defined by in this town,
right?
But
when you hear that beat, it does. Even as I know Macklemore's not a rock band, he's a rap artist, but when I hear that beat, I do get pumped.
Can we get both too? I like to hear both, and we can put them back to back and see which one we like.
And the thing I love about Macklemore is that he has nothing but love for the city.
Yeah.
So, and I think I've heard that in other sports and everything, and it just fits so well.
It does.
But
I got the sounder for Rusty Cage.
Okay. All right, here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're Seattle. I'm going to say Kraken, even though we're not going to get them. We like the crack. All right. And here's your Seattle Kraken.
Right, with some crazy lights hitting the ice.
Yeah.
Completely dark, but just the lights.
Yep. And now all of a sudden it's starting to build. There's smoke billowing out.
Yeah.
Some confetti.
Yeah. And a mascot. Grungy. And now they all come out on the ice. We're ready to play hockey. Let's go.
Dude, I like it. I think they might have to shorten the intro a little bit before we get to the guitar. I should say before we get to the fast.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. That's a nice one. I forgot that.
Or the announcer guy talks over the beginning part.
Oh, yeah.
Just builds it up.
Okay.
It could be our version of the Alan Parsons song that the Bulls used to come out to.
I like this, man.
That's the one I'm leaning most
I like
towards.
it. You know what? I don't think I can come up with a better one, and then you hit Macklemore, which is what I was thinking.
Yeah. And it's a great nod to Chris Cornell, who's no longer with us. But, you know what I mean? Obviously, there's a few artists that from Seattle that are no longer with us, but I don't know why, but that one just feels good.
Yeah. Let's. So, do we have Macklemore? Do we have the beginning of that tune? I'm getting a yes or a no. I can't tell. No, we don't have it.
Not yet. Well, okay, Vicky, what's yours?
Well, I Googled top Seattle songs, and actually Rusty Cage is on there too, which is funny. But I found one I didn't know he sang by Sir Mix-a-Lot. It's Seattle Ain't Bull-essing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard it, but I'm like, okay, he's
I've
talking
never
about
heard
Seatown.
it. Unbelievable. We're supposed to pick a song that you think will sound good, and if you've never heard it, how would you know?
Macklemore. I was going to ask if you guys have heard it and what you thought.
Okay, I don't know if I honestly.
Although if they have like an ice,
the lyrics.
An ice like cheerleader kind of girls, like dance crew, or like the ice, the sweep up crew that are girls, they could come out to Baby Got Back, and it's all like big booty women on ice skates.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with that.
And then all of a sudden they're out with the shot shovels. I'll be like, yeah.
I don't have a problem with that either. Well, look, I am so partial. I mean, really, really partial. And does it count that Duff is from Seattle? Because
Sure.
I think I am so partial to the opening of Sweet Child of Mine.
You're just obsessed with that song.
Dude, it's a great riff.
I don't disagree.
I think that would be great to come out to with hockey, though.
Somebody says chills for Soundgarden intro, Steve. Hell yeah.
But Rusty Cage sounds great, dude.
I was thinking if they're going to go with the Sockeyes, you can still keep it with a fishy tune and keep it Seattle by going with Heart's Barracuda.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, dude. Dude, he's right. He's absolutely right.
Somebody even says Heart Barracuda, great beginning.
It is a great beginning. I can't argue with that. And that is iconic. Everybody knows that song. I mean, the thing with Rusty Cage is that, there may be some people that don't know.
You say everybody loves that song, but everyone knows that song. I think more people know Rusty Cage.
Really?
With the demographic that you're trying to hit with a hockey fan base.
You know what? You may be right.
And if they don't know the song, they know Chris Cornell's voice way more than Hart. And I have nothing but love for Hart. But Hart is a little bit older of a demo.
You don't think when people hear that riff they recognize it? We should ask Danny and Vicky. You guys know that Barracuda riff? Because you may be right, Steve. I thought that was such an iconic riff.
It was.
I do because of Guitar Hero.
Oh, okay. Well, I stand corrected because a lot of people play Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of Heart songs have been in kids shows and movies and stuff, so I recognize a lot of their stuff because of that.
Okay. Yeah. And you know what, Steve? I think Rusty Cage sounds better.
Do it.
Because like you said, with the smoke coming out and the lights, the beginning of Rusty Cage
riff,
yeah,
and they come out right when it kicks in.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a better one, just because I love how hockey does that. You and I have been to games, and boy, it's fun. They make it like a big spectacle when they bring them out.
Yeah, depending on what our name is going to be, it's going to be like a giant fish head that they're going to come out of. Kind of like the Sharks. The Sharks come out of a giant shark face.
Yeah, why not? So we're going to come out of a steelhead. All right, or a sockeye.
What about you, Danny?
Smells like Teen Spirit, and I know that probably.
I thought about that too.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
A few texters have said it.
It's a good, and it's definitely iconic.
What was that? What was that, BJ? How did it go?
And then, what am I saying?
That's a whole different Nirvana song.
Which one's that?
It's "Come As You Are."
Yeah. Oh, that's the one it should be.
Oh, I mean,
no, I think "Smells Like Teen Spirit's got a way more aggressive start to it.
Let me hear "Smells Like Teen Spirit." What is that one? Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay,
this is like the worst game of humdinger.
Terrible.
You guys really think that "Come As it Smells Like Teen Spirit" has a better hocky vibe to it than "Come As You Are"?
Not even close.
As you are. It's just so slow.
Yeah.
Oh, but I like this I just feel like it just
it doesn't sound that nearly as aggressive as you're making it sound.
Really? Am I making it more aggressive in my head?
Can you play the beginning of "Come As You Are"?
Yeah, I can find it.
All right.
Yeah. It's not nearly as loud as you think.
Oh, man.
One person has a great song from Macklemore that gives props to "The City Is the City." That is a good song. But I think "Can't Hold Us" is more of like a party anthem.
Yeah.
That's the vibe you want. You want to have something super
fun.
I got the intro to "Come As You Are."
Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's slower than a
lot slower.
In my head, I really make that a lot more.
Maybe if we had a curling team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude, this is way too low.
You're right.
Yeah.
Low key. Yeah, you're right.
And then as opposed to "Smells Like Teen Spirit," which is
It's like, ladies and gentlemen,
your Seattle Kraken, and then right
Sockeye Steelheads,
and they come out.
Yeah. Your choice is better. Though I have to say I think Rusty Cage is better than both of them. That's for sure. Well, definitely better than "Come As You Are." But I think Rusty Cage it feels more hockey-like.
Yeah. I think it's just the way it builds, and then when it kicks in, it's the perfect tempo.
We still haven't got Macklemore yet? No, can't find it? No? Yeah, we apparently...
Red's anti-Macklemore.
Apparently Macklemore can't hold us, or we can't find us. We can't find it.
Red is anti-Macklemore.
Really? It's not out there, huh?
Man in the Box is being texted in a few times.
Yeah, I can see that sort of being a hockey anthem.
Yeah, and the original version starts better than this version.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody has a good point. Man in the Box, that should be used for whenever someone goes into the penalty box.
Oh, that's a great idea.
The opposing team's player gets a penalty.
Dude, you know that's happening. Whoever's going to be the guy in charge of all the sound effects and music, that's if he hasn't already thought of that, that's what he should be thinking of. As a matter of fact, I wonder if anybody does that at Tips games and T-Birds games. I don't go enough to know, but that seems like just a no-brainer.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a total no-brainer.
What's the goal song? Well, now we're opening up a whole Pandora's box. What song would you play when they score a goal?
Oh, wow. I feel like it's going to be one of the choices we don't pick for the opening, right?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be something that you almost want people to be able to chant along or...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to steal from the T-Birds and do the Gary Glitter.
That's what I was going to say. Is Gary Glitter... Or is Gary Glitter still an unmentionable? And maybe we can't do that. All right. Well, we'll figure it out, Steve.
Right,
we'll get it done.
We have 2 years.
Yeah, we have some time. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Your calls, your texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's Listeners on the Loose. We got Tavis in Seattle. Tavis, you are on The Rock.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Tavis. What you got for us today, buddy?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Now that the Seahawks season is over and great run that they had, the question on my mind is, what's going to happen to the team? Where's it going to go? And what are our options?
Do you mean like the team itself? Like you mean like what will happen as far as the success of the team? Or are you worried about the ownership situation now that Paul Allen has passed away?
I'm worried about the Seattle Seahawks becoming the Oklahoma City.
I don't think that will. I can't imagine that will ever happen. And I know that the NFL has made it very clear, saying that they have zero. That is not even on the table as far as being an option. Of course, who knows what happens in life, but I think. Didn't Pete Carroll come out with a statement saying he had a good meeting with Jody Allen, and it sounds like she's going to hang with the team and still. Oh, is that the case now? Because the last I heard was that she was trying to sell it.
I did too, and then oh gosh, we're not as informed as we should be. Where's Mitch? We got to get Mitch unfiltered back on.
Like Green Bay, can the city actually buy it and be owned by the public somehow?
That is a good question. I doubt the city
would. What about taking some of the proceeds of the marijuana revenue and alcohol revenue and doing a loan and buying the team?
Yeah, Tavis, I don't think we're going to see the city do that.
I say we just get all the pot shops to chip in and buy the Seahawks.
Yeah. I mean, remember the city. I mean, it's nice that the city has come together to allow us to have an NHL franchise, which will hopefully get us an NBA franchise back here, and that all worked out. But that was a hell of a procedure, as you know. I don't see the city ponying up to do like Green Bay has done, but I don't think they're going to have to. This has proven to be a great market for football, and the Seattle Seahawks are a great story, and we sell it like really. I mean, we got no issues that I can see why anybody wouldn't want to stay in this town with a football team, even if they buy it.
No, I can't imagine it. They would never want to go anywhere. This is a cash cow here.
The Sonics,
the amount of money that they're making on this team, whoever purchases is going to purchase it because they know that Seattle sold out all the time. There's a waiting list of tens of thousands of people so I mean there's no problems going on.
So I don't think we have anything to worry about. And I don't know if I read an article or whatever, but Pete Carroll had come out and said that he was really excited about Jody Allen and where the football was going to go in the future with her at the helm.
Well, wouldn't you be excited when you get extended for 3 years with X amount of millions of dollars?
Yeah, well,
which is a good sign. That shows that they have a commitment still to keep this team.
And rightly so. And we're going to see probably they're going to give Russell some big money too. I don't think they're going to let him just work one more year.
Fortunately, there's lots of room in that salary cap. I mean, they got a few people. Frank Clark, I think, is a big one that they need to lock in.
Yeah, you'll see that too. Yeah, you'll see that. Let's go to Jeff in Seattle. Jeff, you are on The Rock. Hola, Jeff, hola! Don't forget the men's room afternoons right here on The Rock. What you got for us, buddy?
Hey, guys, I heard you guys talking this morning about great intro songs for our new hockey team.
Oh, yeah. So far, Rusty Cage is on the top.
Yeah, I heard you guys stumped a little on the scoring.
Yeah.
And, I grew up in a small town, Hermosa Beach in California. We've got a great local band called Pennywise. And
Pennywise is awesome.
They've got a great song that's been around for years called Bro Him. And the chorus of this song would be
yeah, you hear that everywhere.
Yeah,
you hear that everywhere.
You know,
over the years, I've noticed even the Jacksonville Jaguars, which I didn't think was a punk town at all, but they use it for when they score touchdowns.
I think it's even used on with an NHL franchise at this. I can't remember which team, but I remember watching a game and I heard that song getting played. You're right, dude. That's an easy to sing along song. I just don't know if they want to have the same song as another team.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
but I'm with you, dude. That's a badass song.
It is, and I didn't even know it was Pennywise.
Yeah,
I had no idea. So I don't even think you got to care whether it's a punk band or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just a good sounding, anthem for a sports team.
According to Wikipedia, Broham is used by the Anaheim Ducks.
That's what it is.
When
Okay.
they score. Which makes sense. They're Southern California.
How about if it just went right to the hook? Someone even brought up a few people on text line. If you want to keep with the Seattle theme, Pearl Jam's Alive, just go right to that. Whoa, I'm still alive. And you just have everyone singing along to that.
Yeah, and by the way, I think the Mariners use that, Pennywise.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think I've heard that at T-Mobile Park. I think I've heard that a few times when they're trying to get the team stoked up in the late innings. So if I'm not mistaken, I think that the Pennywise tune is used there. So, which is interesting because, it would be cool if you could use it across the sporting platforms, but like Danny said, Anaheim's got it, so I don't imagine we'll have it. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's listeners on the loose.
Somebody says, what strange products have you ever bought for your pet?
Oh, geez.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to think.
A pet psychic.
You win.
Right, you
win.
I win. My wife, honestly, dude, the stuff that we had when our dog was alive, I just thought, are you serious?
When I did have a dog, I bought dog beer for them.
Yeah, really? So it's not alcoholic.
It's not alcoholic, but you can have it comes in a can and you pour it into their water bowl and you can have a beer with your dog. I thought it was fantastic.
I will tell you that.
Did you try any?
Yes.
And
really?
I mean, it just tastes like meat. Like meat.
Water?
Yeah.
Meat beer?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want that.
I mean, it wasn't. Well, you're not supposed to drink it. It's for your dog, but I tried it because I was like, what does it taste like?
I have never tried any pet food, even though I know it's got stuff in there. If it's good enough to keep them alive,
stuff
it should
looks
be fine
good
for
enough
me.
to eat. Yeah,
I know, but
especially the cookies they make now.
I know, but I feel
You never had
weird.
dog biscuits?
No.
Oh.
They look a little dry.
See, for me, I think I've spent way too much money on dumb costumes for Lulu for Halloween. So we have she has a sushi costume, a Hello Kitty, which is funny because she's a dog. My favorite was this year. She was a mermaid. That was pretty awesome.
Was that your favorite? Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Ewok one was homemade by the cat cosplay crew, which is awesome.
But she doesn't like these costumes.
hates
How
them.
long does she wear them?
She wears them for Halloween.
Like the whole day?
The whole night.
Oh, okay. That's longer
Are
than
you
I
going
was
to start
expecting.
rotating, or are you going to buy a new costume every year?
No, a new costume every year. You can't wear the same thing twice.
Of course you can't.
A true
No.
lady doesn't do that.
That's a good point.
Or you
Lulu
could just
will
take
not
each
stand.
costume and make it the zombie version of each costume, like a zombie mermaid.
Yeah.
Or a zombie sushi.
Or you can be
roll.
nice to her and just not put her in a costume.
That would be so nice as a really responsible animal
It's
owner.
once a year.
Yeah,
she can be
sure.
miserable.
On the same lines as the dog beer we did for Carl's first birthday, we gave him cat wine, which was beet juice mixed with the fish liver oil pills.
Oh God, that's just. Well, I mean, I get they love that stuff, but
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
said to
it's
me-
nasty, but
not
Did they
nasty
drink it
for
out of
them.
a wine glass at least?
oh yeah. We did pictures on his Instagram, did the whole thing.
Oh God, that's
We had the decorations up. We gave him a cake, which was just basically
I can't handle it anymore.
more cat food with a candle in
This
it.
is by the way my line. The pet Instagram stuff I'm done with, and people just like with their again.
Don't forget to follow Lulu on Instagram. Lulu the Warrior Princess. She hasn't posted anything new in a
That's why I can't wait to
Oh.
retire from the business because I won't be exposed to that anymore. I can't wait.
We just did Damn It Carl's Miss, 25 days of cat pictures.
Oh, God,
it was
help me.
fantastic.
I work with this guy.
We should work together and make a calendar.
Oh, you should.
Pets of BJ and Migs.
You should also go get a Go F Yourself calendar. I hear those are popular.
Oh, sure. We'll have that be in September for your birthday.
It'll be awesome because you can do it to raise money for an animal shelter.
Yeah.
I love this plan.
Oh, well, see, now you got to go put something nice to it, Vicky. How can I be against it now?
Yeah. We can hook up with Motley Zoo.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, fucking, they're a good company, they're good people too. See, I want to hate this idea.
Now it's good, right?
Well, only because they're good people at Motley Zoo.
I don't have any actual animals, but I have a couple of pets. Can we do that?
What do you mean you have
Excuse
a
me?
you mean like guys?
Like
people you whip?
Charles
Yeah.
from Tequila.
Yeah. I mean, I'm putting collars on them.
Oh,
dear.
God, help us. You say that for your own.
Yeah,
okay, well, I
seriously.
thought I didn't contribute, but whatever.
You could do your stuffed animals.
Oh, that'd be cute. I got Stitch and teddy
out.
bears.
Okay. Oh, now you're out.
Yeah, I think I'm done with this now.
Oh, wow, that's stupid.
We have a
for you
text
guys,
question.
huh? Okay.
Do you guys have any information or rumors on the upcoming Woodstock?
I hear it's going to happen.
Yes.
I don't know how, but they say they will do a 50th anniversary, which, by the way, it should be. Watkins Glen, New York is where it's going to happen.
Which is close to the original location.
Yeah, and that's where it's near where they have the races. I think they have a NASCAR race joint out there.
50-year anniversary of Woodstock.
Yeah, they don't have any acts yet, none whatsoever, but it's going to be the 16th, 17th, and 18th of August. And it happened on August 15th in 1969, and they do expect to sell 100,000 3-day passes to this. I've got to wonder how many original goers. Now, a guy I used to work with, my buddy Weeze in Rochester, he actually did go to the first Woodstock. So I wonder if he would actually go to the 50th anniversary.
Okay, we had to pick 3 bands that if you're the booker, you got with 3 nights, so you got your 3 headliners, or maybe just 3 bands that you want to put on that you absolutely want at Woodstock.
Oh, it's got to be the Who, because they were there, weren't they? I think they were at the first one. I think I remember Roger Daltrey talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would love to see.
So you want to bring back the old band?
I want to bring back some old bands. Well, I would say a mixture. Okay. I'm with you, but I think it would be great to have the Who, like the guys that were there at the time, if some of those guys could come back. I would love that.
All right, so that's one.
That's one. I'd love to see Guns N' Roses there. You think that would be awesome? I think
of course it would be awesome.
I think they think they would fit.
Yeah, well, yeah. This is your festival, man.
Oh, it's my festival.
Yeah, you're.
Then we got to have Avril Lavigne there. I mean, that's the thing.
Now I would definitely throw Pearl Jam in there.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Selfishly, because I'm so geeked out about that band. It's a newer band, so they wouldn't be a headliner. But the Glorious Sons, I think they would be perfect for a festival show.
Yeah.
And then the third band.
Ooh. Well, again, remember all the amazing bands that were there.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that.
Well, no. I mean, and then contemporarily speaking, bands that were of that caliber now.
Yeah, I want it to be like next level live, like bands that are good outside.
I got to be Foo Fighters, don't you think?
Hey, man, I didn't tell you who to pick for your silly lineup. I'm not listening to you. I would go with the Foo Fighters. I think that would be a really good band.
Good call. You're right. I'm sorry for getting in the way. I should have just let you come up with your own.
Danny?
Green Day, The Offspring, and
of course, Jesus, Good Charlotte.
No, I'll go with Metallica because of how they rocked here in Seattle. I think that would be just great to see like a huge rock band like that.
I think since you can't get Zeppelin, got to get Greta, right?
Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah, if we can't get Zeppelin, let's get Greta.
That'd be pretty awesome, man.
Yeah,
Those guys, that would be a perfect band. Is like the sun's coming down.
Definitely. I mean, and it would be the vibe of what the original Woodstock was about.
And they played last night at the Paramount.
Yeah, they did. It was their makeup show, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So our buddy Mike Gastineau, used to do radio around here.
Oh, yeah.
He was there. I think he was sitting in the balcony, and he has a shot. He's like, hey, man, it's really fun watching Greta Van Fleet, and all it is a shot of the guy who's standing in front of him video recording the entire show. I was like, that has to suck. I'd be so pissed if the person right in front of you the entire time, all they're doing is taking... There it is. Can't wait to visit this guy's YouTube channel tomorrow. And the guy was just video recording.
I hate that. That's...
Take a picture, maybe a quick 30-second video clip, and then put your phone in your pocket.
You've got
That's
to,
what
man.
I say.
You can't be doing that from people behind you. People pay good money to see a live show. I hate folks that do that.
It's so annoying especially when someone's right in front of you and they've got they're holding their camera up high enough so it's like right in your line of sight. You're like, you douche.
Yeah.
Like, at least put it by your chest or something, or they should make like headbands and just put your damn phone on your head.
That's just a GoPro. GoPro the damn thing.
Yeah, just get it out of my line of sight.
I had to break up a fight at a concert once with these two big dudes that were fighting over the reason one of the guys just had his phone up the entire time.
And more often than not, they're wasted. They're not even filming the show. They're just like holding their camera like, I'll remember this tomorrow. And they probably never watched the stupid video.
Right. I did see someone post on Facebook recently that somebody had been recording for like half a set, and then if you look closely at her phone, she didn't hit the record button.
Oh, no.
So she had been there for half the show, not even recording.
And that's even more... I can't
That's actually funny.
I can't stand
Vicky, what's your Woodstock bands?
I would pick more of a folky vibe, so I'm thinking Chris Stapleton, Nathaniel Ratcliffe and the Night Sweats, and then Hozier.
Oh, I like that.
All right.
Rev?
We got to go with some Woodstock alumni. So I would say Limp Bizkit, Korn, and then Rage Against the Machine.
You're going for the year that everything went to
Woodstock 99.
You got to bring Green Day so people throw mud at them again.
Yes. There we go. Let's start the bonfires,
the
people.
Summer of Biscuit.
Yes.
We already did the winter of biscuit. We
Summer
need
of
summer of
biscuit.
biscuit.
Okay.
I think that's the perfect time.
And if Fred Durst doesn't ride the crowd on plank boards again, I give up.
It will be interesting to see
I don't know
what
if anyone would hold him up, though.
I mean, the 50th anniversary, this has got to be ridiculously mega, and I wonder who they're going to get to go do this.
Hopefully it's better than Coachella, where I only recognize 3 bands.
Yeah.
I just had somebody post something, when you're old, when all you recognize is 3 bands on the Coachella list. I'm like, crap.
Yeah, Steve, you're going to have to go to Old Cella. I think that's going to have to be your new thing.
How about no Cella?
There is no Cella.
I don't feel like being in the desert.
All right, here is a question for you. What do Ryan Castle and a groomsman have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:51 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. He's the drunk in charge. Now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a groomsman have in common?
I have also hit on Steve's family at his wedding.
It's true.
Yeah. That's true.
Both are wasted and checking out the maid of honor the entire ceremony.
Yeah.
True, man.
Yeah, that's her honor.
Yeah.
I love that you brought that up.
That is so great that one of Steve's. I have one of your groomsmen try to get a little busy.
In all fairness, he was my groomsman because we just met. Although if I did get married now, he definitely would be one of my groomsmen, if not my best man. That's Munson.
Yeah.
And yeah, he hit on my Aunt Ginny at the wedding.
That's so awesome.
And like she is over 60.
Good for her.
And he was single at the time.
She's a very attractive 60.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember her a lot.
If I can
Beautiful.
say so.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
uncreepy way.
Yeah, if you're a drunk hockey guy, you would definitely hit on her.
Hey.
Oh, that's just what every woman wants to hear.
Well, I mean, you know me now. You know what I mean.
Hey, boy.
Hey, tell your stories.
Hey, 60-year-old aunt, drunk hockey guy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, really. You know what? You're so purdy.
I will never forget him texting me the night of my wedding. Hey, what room is your aunt in? I want to call her.
Yeah, that's...
Go to bed.
Yeah. Ryan Castle, he's going to stay up, though, because he's got a 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
Jason Voorhees is the main antagonist.
Friday the 13th.
Yes, and Steve, you're perfect. Perfect 10.
Wow.
Well, Mike, it did matter.
Congratulations.
And Steve, you win. Thank you.
All I do is
Sorry, Mikey.
no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough.
Oh, look at Steve. He's dancing in the new year.
Oh, boy. His first perfect 10 of the year.
And they say that.
Did it feel good?
No, I hurt my shoulder when I put my hands on.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.